Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the flyweight bout between Joshua Van versus Charles Johnson. And how do I feel about this one right here? Is I'm going low confidence Joshua Van to beat Charles Johnson. And I think this is a very, very pick 'em fight, low confidence. But yeah, what I think unfortunate for Charles Johnson here is unfortunately for you, Charles Johnson here is I think there is a push behind Joshua Van. I think this is a fight that really Charles Johnson should win. He's in his prime. Joshua Van's like 7 years from his prime. But that being said, Joshua Van is still a very, very good talent. And I think he will rise to the occasion. But I feel like if Charles Johnson comes in, locks in, I feel like this is a fight he should win. Not based on the odds, not based on the politics. This is a fight he should win stylistically if he comes in on the money. I feel like he's the better wrestler. He has way more experience. He has championship experience. He's a clean, good boxer. But I feel his output's not going to be enough. I feel like he's not going to mix it up as well as he could mix it up. And I feel like it's going to end up being a very good scrappy fight back and forth. But I feel like Van's going to outwork him, landing heavy shots. Or maybe even if he doesn't outwork him. Again, the unfortunate thing about Charles Johnson here in this one is now he's fighting a guy that the UFC is definitely looking to push. You know, he's from a country where we don't have as far as the UFC, we don't have too much representation. He's young. He's talented. He got hype behind him. So if it does go to a close decision, which it likely will go to, unless Charles Johnson, which he's not really a knockout guy, he's not really a submission guy, he can drop you. I think the finishing potential is there. But it's just not really him at this level in the UFC. I feel like in the last fight, it was opportunities for the finish. I feel like probably a couple other fights, it was probably opportunities for him to finish or at least go harder. And it's just like, it's just not seeming like it's him at this level. And outside the UFC, I've seen him do that. But inside the UFC, I feel like that finishing ability is just like, it's not really coming together. So I feel like this is going to end up being a fight that's going to be very close. Maybe Charles Johnson will be one of the cases where Charles Johnson deserves to win. But then, when it's, again, somebody being pushed, it goes to a close decision. They're going to go to the young talent from a region or country where there's not a whole lot of fighters because they want to push and, become more global. Unless Charles Johnson go out there and clearly dominate, or the judges just have a change of heart or something, or the politics just not politicking on the night. I just see Van winning a close decision over him and the judges going away. So whether it's a clear win for Van or a close win, I feel like they're going to give it to Van. And that's really what I'm going to. I feel like Charles Johnson, right now where he's at, he should beat Van. But I feel like how stylistically how it's going to play out, I feel like it's going to play out to be a very, striker-friendly fight, fun fight, but it's going to be a close fight, and Van's going to get the nod. And again, I'm not hinting to a robbery, but you can feel a little bit more comfortable if your money's on Van here if it does go to a close decision because, again, the politics on the bottom. I'm predicting Van to win a clean decision, but a competitive decision. But in the case it is close, you can feel a little bit more comfort that that's likely going to go to Van. So, yeah, in this one, I got Joshua Van via decision.